What's up, everybody? This is your girl Ejspeaks, and I wanted to really briefly come and talk to you guys about support and being entrepreneurs. And I'm probably going to go live on my personal Facebook page if any of you guys are friends with me, because it's something that's I guess kind of close to home right now. A personal friend of mine, Demario, he's a comedian in Memphis. He goes by the name of Pound Cake. If you guys are on Facebook, make sure you follow him. He is a comedian, Pound Cake. He's hilarious. His stand-up is amazing. He's phenomenal. He came to my last show in my hometown and absolutely killed it. But he made a post on Facebook and he said, you know, I have strangers who support me, who come to my shows. They share my statuses. They buy 6 and 10 tickets in advance. You know, they're the ones who support me, you know, on levels that are unmatched, you know. But my own family members and my friends, they won't share statuses. They won't share flyers to the events that I'm hosting. You know, they will not support me. And, you know, I briefly made a comment, you know, that said, unfortunately, it comes along with the territory. As awful as that is, it just seems to be so true in so many cases. The people that we know, the people that we expect to come through, the people that we grew up with, the people that we've loaned money to in the past, people that we, you know, spent the night with, laid up over grandma's house with, you know, these people, you know, when we begin to evolve into this person that we've always wanted to be, these people have the hardest time for some reason supporting us. The people that have always seen us in a familiar light that maybe wasn't, you know, the person that we're evolving to. Once we start changing into this person, it's like, oh, this is new, this is different. Oh, you're trying to change. Oh, you really are trying to be that person. I'm not sure if it makes them uncomfortable. I can't say everybody is jealous, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that people are uncomfortable with you changing, or people are uncomfortable with you bettering yourself. I don't think that's the case for every person. I do think people are so used to seeing you in a dormant state that it's just like, girl, who you trying to be? This is not something that I had to learn. This is something I'm learning. I have close cousins, close family members, people I grew up with. You know, I wrote a book. I'll post a link in the description box. Shameless plug. I wrote a book of poetry and prose, and I've had plenty of family and friends to support my book. Plenty. You know, and I try to focus on the ones that have supported me. That's the key thing to do when you're trying to do something, when you're an entrepreneur, when you have a product, when you're marketing, when you're branding. Focus on the people that support you, because if you focus on the people that don't support you, you are always going to be discouraged. Your feelings are always going to be hurt. You're always going to come up on the short end of the stick when you don't have to. But I wrote a book, and some of my closest friends have yet to buy. You know, I've done more than a few shows. Some of my closest family members have never attended, have never shared a flyer. You know, so you kind of got to look and say, well, why are people that way? I don't have a specific outline of why people who are closest to us do not support. Like I said, I don't think everybody's jealous. I don't think everybody wants what we have. I do think it makes people uncomfortable sometimes. I do think sometimes it takes people, I think sometimes it may be a transition for people. I think sometimes people have to get in the groove of, oh my God, she's really becoming this person, or oh my God, he's really a producer, or oh, he really is a singer, or oh wow, she really is an accountant, or whatever it is. I think people sometimes have to transition into their perception of who you are, and sometimes that may take time. I do think, don't get me wrong, I do think people are jealous. I do think there are people who just have a hard time looking at you and then reflecting back at themselves and saying, oh my God, what have I done with my life? Or what have I done with my 24 hours that he is seemingly so successful and I'm not? I do think there are those types of people who have those conversations, and that's why they can't support you. But again, I wanted to make sure you guys understand that, you know, when you out here hustling and grinding, especially entrepreneurs, now that I'm in this uncharted territory, in this unknown land of grinding, and you know, your income is based on how hard you hustle. Not your 8 to 5, and your marketing skills, and can you promote enough, you know, to pay your car note? Can you promote enough to get some sponsorship? You know, now that I'm in those types of territories, you know, it's a different type of ball game for me. So when you say, okay, your people aren't supporting you, it's like, y'all need to quit playing. You know, when I first started YouTube, I would send out text messages and I would send the link, you know, hey, everybody, go watch my video, you know, trying to get my views up. That was probably 5-6 years ago. Now that I've written a book, do you know I still send out text messages? I sent out a text message yesterday saying I would love for you guys to support me. I've written a book. It was self-published. I would love for you guys to support me. Here's the link. Yesterday I done that. That was the last day that I'm ever going to send out a mass text message for people to support me. You know, that gets tiring. That's draining when you're asking your own people to support you. These people know that you've done this. These people know, you know, you've taken on this venture. You've opened up a business, or you've published a book, or you got a show coming up. These people know these things, and so for you to have to already take on the you know, the load of doing the actual task, but then you got to send it to your own people. No, that's too much. Now, don't get me wrong. We as entrepreneurs have some accountability in there as well. You know, I ordered a book. You know, I was cross supporting with another author, and I bought her book. She bought my book. I sent my book out immediately. 2 weeks go by. I don't have my book from her. And, you know, it kind of got me irritated because I'm like, okay, this is why people don't support entrepreneurs. This is why people don't take us seriously. And so I had to, you know, message her and say, hey, you know, where's my book? And she was like, oh, well, I moved and, oh, I've been busy. And it's like, okay, but this is business. This is business, and you can't, you know, if I'm your consumer, if I'm your customer, you can't give me a personal level response. Where it's my book. We have a responsibility as well. If you have your own business and you say your hours are from 8 to 5, why are you closed at 3? If you're open from Monday to Friday, why are you closed on Thursday? We have to be accountable for things like that. We also have to keep in mind, you know, people don't have to support you. As cruel as it may seem, people don't have to support you. You may be my first cousin. I don't have to buy your book. I don't have to buy your CD. I don't have to shop at your boutique. I don't have to do anything. There have been people that I have bought books from, I've bought shirts from, I've bought CDs from, I've downloaded their music. I have supported in so many ways. I've gone to their shows, and now that, you know, I'm doing shows, now that I have my book out, I'm looking like, your turn. They're not coming through. And again, the harsh reality is they don't have to. You can't make them. And I think, you know, another thing that irritates me when you're doing something, you got a show coming up or you got a product out and people hit you with the, I didn't even know. You will hear all types of excuses, and a lot of times these will be from people you know, you love, you have relationships with. And I just want to encourage you today and let you know that it's okay. You got to focus on the people who actually support you. And a lot of times it's going to be strangers that support you. I really believe strangers are able to support you more because of the level that they meet you on. and family and friends have known you for so long, and you're such a familiar thing, you're such a familiar face, and girl, you ain't no real singer. I've been knowing you all your life, and you ain't a real writer because I've been knowing you all your life, and you're not going to the NBA because I've been knowing you all your life. I'm not sure how those two things correlate, but strangers meet you right where you are. Oh, you wrote a book, so that means you're an author, and they can't go back to your past, and they don't know you pissed in your clothes in the 3rd grade. You know, they just know that you're an author, and they're able to support you right there, unbiased, with no strings attached. They just like what you write, or they just like what you put out. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure you guys understand that people don't have to support you. And when they don't, it's just something that comes along with the territory. People will come up with the strangest reasons not to support you. You know, like if you do taxes, you know, well, I would, but I don't want her in my business. She might mess up my money. Okay, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to do taxes or no? You know, if you're saying, well, I would book her, but I don't need her trying to outdo nobody. Do you want me to bust these notes or no? If you're a stylist, you know, well, I would let her style me, but I don't need her taking the credit for what I wear. That's her job. She should get the credit if she styles you, boo-boo. All I'm saying is it's a part of it. You got to take the good with the bad. I'm very good friends with an awesome and dope writer, Chris James. He's in Atlanta now. He's somewhat of a mentor for me. But we've had several talks, you know, because I talk to him when I'm upset or discouraged. And he said, you know, sometimes people are just conditioned not to support. Some people are just conditioned not to support you or not to be happy for you when you are doing something that you set out to do. Okay, he graduated from college, and anybody could have done that. All you got to do is go to school and then get good grades, and then they'll give you your degree. So I set out to be here for just a few minutes. It's been a little bit longer than that, but like I said, I just wanted to encourage you guys to let you know that it is something that comes along with the territory, especially if you are an entrepreneur. You got to learn your marketing. You got to learn your skills, network. Find out what works for you, what works for your brand and your products, and stick right there and advance from that point. Don't worry about who's not supporting you. Don't worry about who's not sharing and liking your stuff on social media. You got work to do and you got bills to pay. So again, this is your girl, Ejspeaks. Make sure you stop by my website. I would love for you guys to purchase my book. It's called Pieces. It's self-published. It's a book of poetry and prose. You're gonna love it. Also, make sure you guys follow comedian Pound Cake. He's an awesome comedian out of Memphis. I'll also leave the link below for Chris James. He's an amazing artist, poet, author. He's in Atlanta. Just make sure you're connected with the right type of people who support you. That's it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.